Hello everyone, my name is Lunar and welcome back to another episode of Building with Lunar. In today's episode we are actually going to be talking about how to make custom cherry trees because of the new 1.20 update. It was actually left out of the last how to make custom trees video, mainly because I kind of wanted to do something more special when it came to these custom trees. So we're doing a very similar format to how I did the last video when it came down to custom trees. But since we are in 1.20, I am here to show you how to spice up those normal vanilla Minecraft 1.20.1 or 1.20 trees to 1.20 really cool fancy trees here. And I also decided to lay out the block palette here for you guys. And of course, step number one in making a custom tree, especially for cherry trees, this is more important, is actually having a bit more of a bend and a curve. Especially with cherry trees, because if you look at real life examples, you also get cherry trees that kind of go out like this a lot. You kind of get like a curve in a certain way, but you get more of a curve. So first you want to do is you want to get like a nice good foundation. We go for dark oak stripped logs, mainly just because it actually fits really well with especially with the color, but it also matches with the reality of these cherry trees. So you want to get a nice base, and then you want to come out like a block or two, maybe. It's very odd. It's like these are all natural things. You kind of need to do it in your own way. You don't need to do it exactly, but if you want to, feel free. This is a tutorial and a way to show you guys how to do this. So if you'd like to copy this and try and figure it out on your own, feel free, because that is the best way to learn how to build. And especially with natural things, it's just repetition and like building your mind, pun intended, to, you know, get yourself used to like natural things. So especially going with a curve for a cherry tree, that is like very vital and important to the cherry tree. The next thing is, of course, the limbs. So with the limbs, you're going to continue on with the dark oak wood, but you're also going to go with dark oak slabs because, well, they work really well together. So what you want to do is, of course, you're going to kind of sprinkle these around, especially kind of like at the bends, but not too much. If you want to use stairs, use stairs. It will work just as well. But also, I highly recommend slabs the most. But you want to have longer limbs, but you still also want to have smaller limbs coming off of the larger limbs. So this is one limb. You have two smaller limbs coming off the side. You got this long limb, a smaller limb, a long limb, and you got these just like long limbs kind of all around the tree, going in all directions, because I mean it's a tree. So you want to do that, of course. You can do this in any way that you want. It doesn't really matter how it looks. It's natural. It's going to be bendy. It's going to be all over the place. It's perfectly normal. It's perfectly fine. Building a tree and looking weird, not symmetrical, not perfect, that is completely okay, especially because it's a natural build. And when you get to the leaves here, so this is a very difficult mix that I've created with leaves for the leaves for a cherry tree. But because of the new 1.20 update, we're using the cherry leaves because we love cherry leaves. And plus they give you this beautiful little particle effect, and it's amazing. So with the new block palette here, you go from that and you add in pink wool, which can be obtained using a wool farm. Pink glazed terracotta, because it has that little bit of like a leafy design like right there in the center, plus some more color and a little bit more texturing. Then you have the new cherry leaves right here. These are perfect especially because of the new design, and you actually have pink stained glass. You might be asking, why pink stained glass? Honestly, mainly just because you can get this little effect here with the panes and it like drooping down, especially. And you can use pink stained glass blocks as well. Those also help to give it even more texturing. Here, let me grab one of those pink stained glass blocks. So you can mix these in just a little bit. Gives it a little bit more of a transparent vibe. Especially, and taking a little bit of advice from my last how to build custom trees video, You always want to make sure that you can still see the branches a little bit from the bottoms, and especially from the sides. You would still want to be able to see the branches, because in real life you still always see the branches above you when you're looking up into a tree. Even if you're looking at a tree from a far distance, you can still see all of the branches, but you can also still see plenty of the leaves. But the leaves still need to be just a little bit airy, just so you can see the limbs. But I still kind of go in like more of like a circle thing, especially towards the end. I kind of want to cover up. I am sorry if I'm speaking a little bit too fast, but um, that's kind of just how I am. I'm sorry. But when it comes to like this, try and make it just a little bit more airy. And when it comes to the texturing of the leaves, it does not need to be perfect symmetrical, of course. Like, the leaves are gonna be all over the place like you see here. That's perfectly fine. It's normal. It's okay. Do not worry about having to be symmetrical when it comes to these kinds of leaves. And you can use, try and, like, use each block more towards an equal amount, but keep it spaced up. You can have clumps of one, but still have other, similar colors mixed in. I would not at all recommend using purpur blocks. Purpur blocks are easily not at all good for these kinds of trees just because of how purple they are. So I would steer away from using purpur blocks if that's ever been an idea that you've had. So I would definitely just stay away from purpur blocks. In my opinion, one of the worst blocks ever made in the game. But make sure it's airy. You can still use some of these glass panes right here as making like the leaves a little bit more droopy. You can also put the flowers that you get in the new update. Here, where are they? The like the pink petals. Yeah, you can place these down around. You can do all this because, you know, why not? And plus, you get the leaf effects. Plus, you can also put down a lot of pink carpet as well, which is also a good way to represent leaves that have fallen down, like that. See, you can, oh, there's so many new cool, like, especially with these pink petals. They help a lot to give your tree a lot of the texturing, and it makes life so much easier. And that is actually going to be it for today's episode. Also, as you can see, I have updated my skin. It's still the same skin, just a little bit more ironed and smoothed out. I really do hope that you enjoyed, and I really do hope that this is useful for you. So you're not going to get it on your first try. I mean, some of you will, but repetition and trying and working on it to make the perfect tree, like the perfect tree for you. It doesn't have to be perfect for everyone, but if you're able to like consistently try again, and it comes that goes for any build. Trying to go for any build just for, hey, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna practice it, I'm going to work on gradients, or I'm gonna work on texturing. That is incredibly important, especially for repetition, so that you are not limited. And it helps you so much when it comes to building, especially for organic builds. But my name's been Lunar. I hope you enjoyed this Building with Lunar episode. If you really enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and join the Discord. Make sure you join the Discord, because a lot of people don't know this, but I actually do have a Discord that I've been running for about 2 years. So if you would really like to join the community in the Discord, and you will be updated for any video if you get the role relating to notifications. Anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye!